So here we go, East Kilbride get the game underway, shooting from right to left in this first half. St Mirren wearing their change pink and black kit this afternoon. Paul Woods looking to evade the challenge of Cammy McPherson, playing on what looks to be, as I mentioned, a back three for St Mirren this afternoon. Call taking the throw. Guinness with the challenge there on BJ Call, but no free kick given. Call in for his first appearance of the season. Anton Brady moving it back. Alan Martin almost getting caught out there as he went to clear the ball. St Mirren putting the pressure on. Looks like Jim Goodwin wants St Mirren to drop back into a back four when they are not on the ball. This is Jim Goodwin's third game in charge of St Mirren after taking over from Oran Kearney, after he kept the club up in the Premiership last season. Woods chasing this down with Cammy McPherson, one of the St Mirren Academy graduates in the side today for the visitors. 1 win and 1 defeat in their opening 2 BetFred Cup Group H games. A disappointing loss to Dunfermline last Sunday. They went 3-0 down in the first half, managed to bring it back to 3-2, but couldn't take the game to penalties. And then a narrow 1-0 win against Edinburgh City in Paisley on Wednesday night, courtesy of a late Owen Djorkaev penalty. Flynn. Janet Baird looking for the forward pass. Surely good pressing there from Graham Holmes for Kilby, forcing it back to Cladke in the Saints goal. It's Danny Mullen making the run. Comes off his head and Martin can claim. First chance for him to get his hands on the ball. Stuart Malcolm and the East Kilbride dugout very happy with the defensive work from East Kilbride there. Paul Woods launching the shot at goal there, did fly over, but East Kilbride trying to be positive and get the ball forward and test this almost makeshift St Mirren defence this afternoon. Sean Winter. Get up! Get up! Martin making a much better job of the kick out that time. That one came off Ethan Irahan last, so East Kilbride get the throw on the far side. Brady moving it back. This is Call. a decent bad ball in for Winter, and Irahan doing well to get in the way there of Winter's shot, and it's a goal kick. It's a rather striking goalkeeping kit that Václav Hladké is wearing this afternoon. Certainly wouldn't be hard to spot him in a crowd. Kel McGuinness looking for the run of Owen Djorkaeff.
That's okay, just talk to Stephen. He's walking in there anyway. Good, well done, Finny. Danny, well done. Kyle, Kyle.
Stephen McGinn. Cameron McPherson making a decent run down the right hand side for St Mirren, but again, hoping to keep it on the deck. Flynn chips it forward. This is Danny Mullen trying to bring it down. Andrews cross. Rory Payton unlucky there to keep that one in play. Stephen McGinn under pressure. Djorkaeff off to McPherson. Once again searching for Danny Mullen's run. Comes back to Kyle McGuinness. Still McGuinness. Djorkaeff. McPherson's delivery. Kilby still unable to get the ball clear, that's better. As Cole gets it away that time. And Jack Baird takes the throw in. It's away by Paul Woods. It's Paul McGinn's header, and then McGuinness on towards Mullen. Sean Winter does well to get in there first ahead of Ryan Flynn. Brady out to Woods. Call. Holmes. It's good pressing from St Mirren, but it's very well dealt with by East Kilbride. Woods getting away from McPherson, and our referee this afternoon, Colin Stephen, having to give the free kick there. Good play on this near side by East Kilbride.
Okay, well done, Cammy. See that ball? Doesn't have to be perfect. It can be fucking 10 yards longer. Okay, well done. Owen, full back is yours. That one's Flinny's. That one's yours. Flinny, do the six.
BJ Cole looking at the free kick. Goes short. Holmes dinks it in. Irahan getting the touch. Djorkaeff coming back. And St Mirren doing a good job of dealing with the danger, but Cammy McPherson could be in some trouble here. Just has to get that one clear.
Again. Paul, expect him to lose the header. Expect him to lose the header, be in a position for the next one.
Craig Reid for Kilby.
Get to the ball!
Cinnamon, one of Stuart Malcolm's summer signings, giving the ball away. This is Flynn. That's a tremendous challenge by Sean Winter to get Kilby back into possession. Brady goes down. Winter searching for the run of Payton, which is watched by Paul McGinn on the far side. This is his brother, the captain, Stephen McGinn. Great pressing again from Kilby, putting the pressure on as Baird moves it over to Hladké, St Mirren keeping it on the deck. And the signs are in the early stages of Jim Goodwin's reign at St Mirren that that's where Jim Goodwin wants the ball to be most of the time. Holmes touching that on, looking for Woods, but he wasn't able to find him there. Slack pass could let St Mirren in here. It's going to be a free kick just on the edge of the D for St Mirren as Danny Mullen went down. Craig Reid contest it. But it's a chance for St Mirren to have a go at goal. We saw Jordan Stewart score a terrific free kick, the ex-St Mirren youngster for Albion Rovers here last week. Quite a few Saints players looking at this. Ryan Flynn there. So is Tony Andrew. Looks like it's going to be the ex-Hamilton and Dundee United man to have a pop at goal here with the big St Mirren travelling support behind the goal. Andrew still looking for his first St Mirren goal. It's always going over the bar from Tony Andrew. He's naturally disappointed with himself. Wasn't a good strike at all. Gets her over the wall, but it's got no dip and no real bend in it at all. And the only thing saving that one from going above the roof of the small stand was the nets behind the goal. Sean Winter did well to win the header, but couldn't find that black and gold shirt. Blue and gold shirt. Ryan Flynn forced back. It's not the best clearance from Cladke, but Cammy McPherson's just going to get there. Plays it up the lane. That seems to be what Jim Goodwin is looking for. Those runs into the channel that Danny Mullen is making, and wants his fullbacks to play that early ball to test the Kilby defence. Flynn. It's going to be Ethan Rahan's ball, but he's going to have Sean Winter on his back. Just over 10 minutes gone at the start of the first half. Still no goals. And it's pretty even so far in terms of chances and possession. This is Jack Baird. Taking his time. Brownlee who got onto that first. Up goes Paul McGinn. Brady does well to work that out wide. But, Cinnamon couldn't get there. McPherson. Call got in there, and Cammy McPherson was offside. Might have taken a sore one as he slid on the surface there. The Saints fullback.
Give it to Beardy from time to time, yeah? So he can open out the play. Ethan, expect him to miss the header. Keep it.
Martin takes the free kick. Winter goes up with Rahan. It's the Saints player who wins it, but he'll be back in possession. Winter. Woods unfortunate there not to bring that under control. Craig Reid wins it. It comes back to the Czech goalkeeper Hladke, and here's Jack Baird for St Mirren. Easy one for Call to win. This is McGuinness. McPherson. Stephen McGinn. Decent run made by Kyle McGuinness, unable to perfect the first touch. This is Woods. Payton back onto Woods. Brady to Reed.
Go win him!
Cinnamon moving that back to Martin. Decent possession play from East Kilbride, but Martin just gets that out of harm's way. Brownlee's header away. St Mirren finding it difficult so far to get in behind this East Kilbride defence. This is Danny Mullen. And that's good defending from Craig Reid to win the ball. And Martin gets that one away, but more distance on it that time. And McPherson back to his goalkeeper. Václav Flatke seeing a lot of the ball in the early going here. Probably more so than the strikers that Jim Goodwin would like to have on the ball. Here's Winter. Just miscued his pass there towards Holmes. That's a waste of a ball for St Mirren, and it allows East Kilbride to regroup here. Mason gets onto that. Baird having to narrow it back to Hladgate. Decent territory here for East Kilbride. This is Paul Woods in the box, but loses out to Stephen McGinn, who's in a bit of a tangle here. He's done well to move that out to Cammy McPherson. That's the St Mirren captain showing his experience there. Mullen for St Mirren. It's well watched there by Graham Holmes. Jack Baird. That one's going to get away from Danny Mullen and through to Alan Martin. Well, he made some terrific saves last week against Albion Rovers, but he's not quite been tested by St Mirren so far in the opening quarter of an hour. Cheap free kick for St Mirren to give away as Anton Brady went down inside his own half.
Stay high, too big a Jack, too big a gap in front of you two. Watch it come here, Tommy. Watch it come here.
Jorkayev for St Mirren. 3 in the box. One of them is Mullen, but just that touch taking it away from the St Mirren striker. First time all afternoon so far that St Mirren have got in behind this East Kilbride defence, but they couldn't make anything of it. And the cross went away from Mullen in the end. Kel McGuinness. Decent sliding challenge. East Kilbride can retain possession. Here's Anton Brady. Winter moves it first time out towards Cinnamon, but just took the bounce away from the full-back there. Frustrating. East Kilbride trying to get the ball forward, trying to make something happen when they've got possession. But it could be a long afternoon. Djorkaev's got a chance here again on the far side to try and make something happen for the visitors. Looking for some help. Takes it inside. Might have to go for the shot himself. Chips it in looking for Mullen, who did get something onto it, but it's gone wide. And you can see how creative Owen Djorkaev can be for St Mirren here. Making the space for himself just to get something into the box, give Mullen something to attack. But he couldn't get a clean header on it. Winter's header on. Payton unlucky. Mullen on to Andrew and through for Djorkaev, who's onside. Great recovery from Ryan Cinnamon there as Djorkaev was through on goal. First real chance this afternoon for St Mirren, but Djorkaev, son of 1998 World Cup winner Yuri Djorkaev, couldn't get his shot away. This might run through for Paul Woods. That'll be a bit of a shout for handball, but the referee didn't see anything wrong. East Kilbride moving it forward quickly here. Paul Woods, that was a good first touch there. Once again up against Cameron McPherson, and does well to get the throw. It's good play from Woods out on the left hand side.
Watch this one! Good Danny boy, well done, son. Let it go there, Danny, then we can go together. Let it go there. She's in, well done. Owen, I'm lucky. You quick up. Boom. Come here. Under there. Good again, well done, son. Well done, boys, well done. Keep us at that. Johnny, stay. Come on, keep on again. Keep on away.
Andrew to McGuinness. Could open up here for St Mirren. Andrew. Flynn. Djorkaev in the box. And McGuinness, maybe for Andrew. It's going to be a St Mirren corner. East Kilbride just about clearing their lines there, but they were exposed. And that's got the St Mirren fans behind the goal, making a bit of noise for the first time this afternoon. Just coming up towards the 25-minute mark here at K Park. Still 0-0. Tony Andrew to take the corner for St Mirren. It's a low one. Searching for Stephen McGinn. He can hit them. I think it took a deflection on the way in, and Alan Martin got a good hand on it. Well, Stephen McGinn is capable of a terrific long-range strike. He scored some absolute crackers in his time, including a very famous St Mirren goal against Rangers back in 2008. But Wasn't the best strike from the St Mirren captain that time, and Martin was able to hold on to it. Mullins header on. Jim Goodwin, the Saints manager, looking for a free kick that he wasn't getting. Stephen McGinn. Searching for McGuinness, might get there. Side netting. Best chance of the game so far. Kyle McGuinness making a very good run in that wasn't really tracked well enough. Martin was beaten, but McGuinness couldn't squeeze it inside the post. And it remains 0-0. Winter once again winning the header there ahead of Rahin. Paul Woods.
Go together! Go together!
Brady.
Watch the space behind. Good, Paul McGinn. Well done.
Paul McGinn able to watch that one go out for a goal kick. Danny Mullen, ball being caught on the pitch there and he couldn't come away with it, the St Mirren striker. It's going to be a free kick as it came out to Djorkaeff. Nice one-handed save by Alan Martin there.
Concentration here as a back four. Come on, doing great. Tommy, watch him shake them up and then just fire it over your head. Just careful with it. Expect him to miss it, McGinn.
Well, how many times is Sean Winter going to be allowed to win that header this afternoon? Good work by Graham Holmes, but he's going to be struggling to keep possession, although it might come through for Payton here. Hladky was quick out. Hladky miscuing the clearance there, looking for a Rahin, and throw in a half decent area for his Kilbride here. Ryan Flynn does well to find some space. Rahin. Djorkaeff's delivery to the far post, but it once again goes away from Danny Mullen in a decent area for St Mirren. Paul Woods gives away possession. This is Ryan Flynn. Out to Kyle McGuinness, nicely worked. Space for the cross. McGuinness shoots. But it's well held by Alan Martin at the near post.
Tommy, see on that instant here, if you look around and we've got the box 4 against 1, you can definitely go a wee bit higher. Tommy, wider, Tommy, wider. Pass the rubber, Jack. Great use of your body, Ryan. Well done. Come on, let's play. Let's play. Not a bad idea at all, Steven.
Good goalkeeping from Alan Martin there. It's a cracking kick up to Rory Payton as well. Woods, good work. Brady just came under pressure there from Kel McGuinness and couldn't measure his pass out to Sean Winter.
Get out of the one!
Andrew. Jarkaev behind him and making the run into the box. Stephen McGinn may just have been caught late, but the referee didn't see anything wrong with the challenge. Payton chasing Jack Baird down here. Knows he's got the man behind him, and that's it. Good defending.
Jack, if he's throwing it, get up! Go on, he's a positive!
Kel McGuinness. Now Cameron McPherson out wide. That's a decent ball, but not a great deal of pace on it in the end, and Martin could come out to claim it.
Make him kick it, you know he's kicking it far. Ethan, you know he's kicking a decent distance. Go on, Danny! Keep going, Tommy. McGinn, keep driving him on. Come on, we got to go. Go deal with it. Watch the space. Tommy. Go again. Go again, Danny. Go with it, Tommy. Go with it, go on.
He's going to get the throw in. just in the corner there, decent area. And Sean Winter will leave here for Ryan Cinnamon. Payton. Decent cross, Woods waits for it. Cairns couldn't really measure the shot. St Mirren trying to break here with Steve McGinn on the ball, but the forward pass wasn't there for the St Mirren captain. Frustration for the visitors, and now Winter has it. This could be a chance. Sean Winter just trying to do it all himself, but he still might get through. Winter! Foul's given by the referee in the box. Hladky did have to make the save. Lack of communication there in the St Mirren defence. Annoying Jim Goodwin, as I'm sure you can hear. Stephen McGinn. Cameron McPherson making that decent run once again down the right hand side for St Mirren. Djorkaeff. Ryan Flint holding it up well. Still Djorkaeff. McGinn. McPherson. Takes it inside, good play from Cameron McPherson. Goes for the shot. Oh, well blocked by Craig Reid. St Mirren corner coming up here. Craig Reid doing well to get in the way of McPherson's shot. Fashioning the space for himself there. 5 in the box here for St Mirren, but McPherson makes the run to the edge of the box. Does have the shot, but it's blocked. St Mirren looking for handball, which they won't get from the referee. Good pressing here from Dean Cairns. Lucky clearance for St Mirren. Payton chasing this down, but again was equal to it there, the fullback. Martin quick out of his box there to clear that. Payton out to Paul Woods here. Good feet from Paul Woods. Winter, still Woods. Corner for East Kilbride. Some encouragement there for the Kilby support. Cinnamon is going to take this corner. 6 will be in the box here for Ryan Cinnamon to aim at. With the game still goalless in this first half. Easy catch for Hladky. Just under 10 minutes of this first half remaining. Jorkaev trying to create something. Should get a corner kick. St Mirren looking for that opening goal. It's been a frustrating first half for the visitors. That's McGuinness's header. And a foul just inside the 6-yard box against Danny Millen. And once again, that one comes to nothing for St Mirren, who have been frustrated for most of this first half. Winter and Woods just trying to nudge her on to Rory Payton. Dean Cairns having absolutely none of that foul on Jorkaev. Jorkaev had him beat, to be fair. Oh, Mullen will get in this time. Oh, good save by Alan Martin. He'll save again. Here comes Jorkaev. East Kilbride need to get it clear, and they do. Magnificent from Alan Martin once again for the second week in a row. And he's kept the game at 0-0. St Mirren still in the attack with Jorkaev. Great play. Lots of pace in the cross, but well, what can you say about that? Well, the mistake there allowing Millen in. Martin was equal to that one. And then when it came to him again, you thought Millen was going to burst the net with a second attempt. But Martin was able to get in the way of it once again. Fantastic from the East Kilbride goalkeeper. Just less than 5 minutes to go of this first half. St Mirren really should be ahead. But Alan Martin is the man that's kept the score goalless. And now a throw in a half decent area here for East Kilbride as this first half draws to a close.
On the left side, I mean, Dan. Manos! Keep going, come on, keep going, McGinn. Let's get one before half time, come on.
This is Ethan Rahan and now Ryan Flynn. Rahan again. It's a good challenge from Ryan Seven, and he's won a throw in for East Kilbride. Payton trying to find Winter again there. It's good work from Rory Payton. Terrific challenge, and Winter now finds Holmes. Woods has got the space. It's Paul Woods. Trying to find Cole, but Cameron McPherson was equal to it. Jorkaev, good challenge by Craig Reid to ensure that Jorkaev couldn't come away with the ball there. First half drawing to a close here at K Park, and still no goals. Flynn, Irahan, still Irahan. Again, this is delivery. I don't think it was intended to be a shot on the goal, but Martin's catch is the last action of this first half here at K Park. Well, St Mirren have had the better of the first half play, but two absolutely magnificent saves from Alan Martin at the end of the first half ensures that both sides go into the dressing rooms here at K Park level. It's East Kilbride 0, St Mirren 0. So second half underway here at K Park. Still no goals in this BetFred Cup game, but St Mirren will look to try and get the early goal as Andrew goes for the shot, and Cairns gets in the way. And St Mirren will get the early corner kick right at the start of this second half to try and test Alan Martin in the Kilby goal. Mullen there at the back post, up goes Jorkaev, but couldn't get it over Martin. But a decently worked corner from St Mirren's point of view. Still, it remains 0-0.
Let's go, ref! Let's go! Go hard! Go hard, Danny! Keeper! Go on, Danny! Get back on side, Dan!
McGuinness having a go at goal, but that's really just catching practice for Martin. Jorkaev with it. Irahan making the run in front of him, but Jorkaev miscuing the pass. Danny Mullen decides to go for the shot, and it's well held again by Alan Martin. St Mirren maybe just seeing a little bit more space in the opening stages of this second half. Paul Lewis did very well initially and tried to find Winter. Couldn't squeeze it through. There's Mullen trying to glance that one in, but always went away from goal. Good early cross. And Mullen getting into the right position, but it's away from goal.
Ah, no, sun's back there again. Do it! Left! Left! Yeah, touch it, touch it! Hey! Why not shoot that shot left there?
Going to come through to Mullen, who leaves it for Djorkaev. Cross across the box. There's a waste, but St Mirren pressing for this opening goal. Holmes, Woods, just losing out there. Jim Kellerman being sent out to warm up for St Mirren here, so maybe will be an early second half change. And Alan Stubbs signing from last summer for St Mirren hasn't seen a great deal of football and did spend some time out on loan at AFC Fylde in the English non-league system, but was given a second chance by Oran Kearney, and now Jim Goodwin.
Oh, Tony, good run, Tony.
Oh, Mullen's been a great run in there behind, but ball just evading him. Decent free kick from St Mirren. Just trying to knock at the East Kilbride door, but it's been a frustrating one so far for the visitors as we come up to 10 minutes gone in this second half. Rahan for St Mirren. Djorkaev gets the cross in towards Mullen. It's well dealt with by David Brownlee. St Mirren win the corner.
Do it again, please. Stephen, edge of the box. John's signal to you.
Comes out to Stephen McGinn, who just doesn't get the connection on that there, and took a sore one while he hit it. It looks like East Kilbride are about to make their first substitution. We're expecting Sean Winter to go off, and you can see he has gone down there. Did signal to the bench just before St Mirren took that corner, and here comes that change now.
Yes, Tony. Yes, Danny.
And with Sean Winter going off, it gives Daniel Carmichael a chance for him to make his East Kilbride debut, the ex-Hibs midfielder. Stating for Sean Winter, back in the side this afternoon. Doesn't see out the 90 minutes, but a chance for Carmichael to make his impact on the game as he comes onto the park now. McGuinness for East Kilbride, for St Mirren, taking it to the byline. It does go down, but it will be a goal kick, and now it looks like St Mirren are about to make their first change. Jim Kellerman is going to come on, and may well be captain Stephen McGinn who departs, but did see him go down a few minutes ago with a bit of a niggle, and he doesn't seem to be walking too cleanly, so we'll see what Jim Goodwin does here to try and get things moving for St Mirren in the second half. So far, East Kilbride have done a pretty good job defensively. Alan Martin with those two great saves towards the end of the first half, keeping it 0-0, and you've got to say, as things stand, a 0-0 draw would be a terrific result for St Mirren as Arahan sends the cross in. It's away from Mullen. McPherson. Good give and go there as McPherson tries to get in behind, but it's great work from BJ Cole. And East Kilbride can get it clear. This is Carmichael Flynn just in there ahead of him for St Mirren, and they get possession back nice and quickly. Andrew unable to feed things through to Djorkaev. Cinnamon. Brady takes it inside. That's unfortunate. Just trying to slip Carmichael in. Good work initially from Brady, and St Mirren will make their change, and it is their captain Steve McGinn who will come off. So Rory Payton himself is taking a sore one. He's just been treated there, just outside the St Mirren penalty box as St Mirren make their change. Looks like he's going to be okay to continue though, Rory Payton. As Jim Kellerman comes on for St Mirren.
Number 17, Jim Kellerman, replacing number 4, Steve McGinn.
Well, another play here at K Park. Rory Payton still being treated for what looks to be a cut on the back of his head, which is going to add on some time at the end of the game here. Don't think Stuart Malcolm is preparing a change just yet. Should be okay to continue, but it's like on Djorkaev, the St Mirren attacker, was wondering what the hold-up was. Now you can see what it is. So this will temporarily restrict East Kilbride to 10 men. Maybe we'll be getting stitches in the back of his head, Rory Payton. We certainly hope he's all right to go on. Now a decision for the Kilby medical team to make on whether or not he should continue. So no out and out striker on the park at the moment for Kilby, but it is St Mirren on the ball with Ryan Flynn. Almost caught in possession there by Anton Brady, and then gives away the free kick. It's good pressing, and now getting caught in a tangle with Jack Baird, and this doesn't look too good at all. Colin Stephen needs to get control of this one. There may be cards coming out here, I suspect. Yeah, there will be. Anton Brady is certainly going to be booked, and I think Jack Baird will also go into the book. Anton Brady showing the yellow card, and I think actually Jack Baird isn't going to receive one himself. Well, it was a tangle that you maybe could say Anton didn't need to get himself involved in, and he's been shown a yellow card for it. Ross Kavanagh is going to come on here for East Kilbride, so Rory Payton, it looks as if he will not be able to continue. East Kilbride forced into that change. Just get confirmation of that now. So Kavanagh does come on. It's unfortunate for Rory Payton, and with a bit of a stop-start period in the game, should be able to get back on with things here. Mullen having a go at that one there, but it goes wide, and that's certainly going to have frustrated the flow of the game from St Mirren's point of view and may play into East Kilbride's hands with around 25 minutes to go, plus the inevitable 4 or 5 minutes I think we'll have added on now at the end of the game. Cinnamon, good play. Paul Woods making the run in here, up against Baird. Paul Woods has got there first. Cinnamon misjudging the cross. Decent opening there for East Kilbride. Looks like Cody Cook is about to come on for St Mirren as McPherson went down there. Jorkayev. Rahan. Decent defending by Dean Cairns, so Mirren get the throw. It's Kel McGuinness now wearing the armband for St Mirren. McPherson. Kellerman. On to Tony Andrew. Kellerman now back to Flynn. Reed's touch. Paul Woods doing the defending, and Craig Reed can get it cleared again. He's going to stay in play here for Paul McGinn. Flynn. Nice touch round, but Flint can move it out to Kavanagh. Kellerman winning it back for St Mirren. Danny Mullen goes down there, didn't appear to be touched on that, is the view that the referee takes. And I think Danny Mullen might have hurt himself there, as he did go down to ground. Again is for St Mirren, out to Andrew. McPherson teasing the delivery. One aimed towards Mullen. Reed was there. This is Flynn. And McPherson again. Good challenge by Danny Carmichael. Just trying to keep possession there, Carmichael gets the throw in. Good play. Just moving East Kilbride up the park there. Cody Cook coming back from his warm-up, so it's going to be St Mirren's second change to bring on the big striker who scored the hat-trick on the final day of the normal Premiership season against already relegated Dundee, which wasn't enough to keep St Mirren out of the playoffs, but more than enough to raise the profile of Cody Cook with St Mirren fans. This is Tony Andrew for St Mirren, who could do with making something happen for the visitors. Shot by Andrew, almost creeping away from Martin, but he did well to keep a hold of it there. So St Mirren going to move to 2 up front. Danny Mullen will stay on the park. Just waiting to see who will go off for St Mirren. Slack passing from St Mirren. And a lack of communication though means that East Kilbride lose possession as Cinnamon battles with Danny Mullen. Martin now having to get rid of this and does well. McGuinness, good skill. McPherson out wide. That's going to go out of play and allow St Mirren to make this change, which will see Kyle McGuinness go off for the visitors. Or not, actually. That's been changed by the looks of it, I think. No, it hasn't. Kyle McGuinness is going off now. Wonder why Kyle McGuinness is running all the way over to this side of the park to come off. Even though he was at the end in front of the East Kilbride stand. But it is Cody Cook to come on, and now that change is made. And also Scott Stevenson coming on for East Kilbride. And Graham Holmes departs as East Kilbride make their second change.
Number 12, Scott Stevenson. Placing number 8, Graham Holmes. Substitute for St Mirren. Number 20, Cody Cook. Placing number 7, Kyle McGuinness.
Cody, stay up the park. Get up, leave him in. Ethan, higher, good lad. Cody, down the side.
Cody Cook. Andrew. Kaif will have to chase that one. Frustrating moment there for St Mirren. Kellerman, and now Arahin just losing his footing as he went to play the pass. Almost sums up St Mirren's afternoon so far. Still nothing each with less than 20 minutes to play. It's Flynn being encouraged to have a go, but this is McPherson. Plays the early cross. And Cody Cook presented with one of the best chances of the game. A terrific cross from Canby McPherson into the big striker, but his header just going over the bar. Lots of pace and zip on the cross, but Cook unable to direct it on target. McPherson. Another good cross for Cook, who couldn't get his head onto it that time. Well, a delightful ball into the box from Cammy McPherson that really deserved something on it in the end. But St Mirren just starting to really knock on the door now. The time is ticking away. Mullen needs some support here. The St Mirren striker. It comes from Andrew, trying to direct it into the box, and now Carmichael picks it up, plays the first time ball, but Kavanagh isn't going to get there. Baird to Flynn. Quarter of an hour remaining here at K Park still. Goalless as Alan Martin prepares to take the goal kick. McPherson, great play, blocked off there by the challenge of Dean Cairns, and a decent area for St Mirren maybe to have a go at goal, maybe to have a Popper getting the ball into the box, into a dangerous area. Jack Baird going forward. He's really, Cody Cook really the only decent targets, but it's a quick free kick taken to Andrew. Really good block made by BJ Cole as the ball goes out for a Saints corner. Quickly taken again by St Mirren. Flick on, brings it out to Kellerman and Mullen. It's a really poor pass from Jim Kellerman, and that has really drew the ire of the St Mirren fans behind the opposite goal. Just not going to plan for St Mirren this afternoon. Quite the opposite though for Kilby. Stuart Malcolm will be very pleased with the effort his side has put in so far. Such a dangerous score for St Mirren here. The game's still at 0-0. Cliche goes, it only takes a couple of seconds to score a goal. But St Mirren do have a free kick here, which Jim Goodwin wants the visitors to throw into the box here. Flynn swings it in, good delivery. Cole makes the clearance, a St Mirren corner upcoming here. Ryan Flynn swings this in, good area again. Cook back to Kellerman. Martin in the way of it, still not cleared. Stevenson trying to get it away, the ball being caught in the wind. Bit of a tangle there on the edge of the box. And Kavanagh comes away with it here. Can't get past Cammy McPherson. Game opening up now. McPherson again for St Mirren. Decent ball. Oh, Mullen did not anticipate that the ball would come through. And that's a chance that goes away from St Mirren once again. Still 0-0. Cook. Jorkaev comes away with the ball and can't move it out wide to McPherson. 10 minutes to go. Should be quite a few minutes of added on time after those 10 minutes, but still time for either side to grab what you feel at this point now would be a winning goal this afternoon. Remember, with the BetFred Cup, if it stays level at the end of 90 minutes, we go straight to that bonus point penalty shootout. It's almost felt for large chunks of the afternoon that it was always going to go that way. Here's Jack Bird for St Mirren. McPherson forced away from goal. Palm again. Flynn, Andrew, Kellerman, and Flynn again. Still Ryan Flynn. McPherson making the run into the box, but Flynn can't see the direct chance to play it. This is Andrew, goes for it himself, but drags it wide. Palm again. Time ticking away from St Mirren here to get that second group win on the board. Jorkaev. Kellerman. Kellerman drawing the free kick, drawing the foul out of Dean Cairns. And another chance maybe for Saints to have a strike on goal. Taken quickly to Jorkaev, but the referee, Colin Stephen, pulls the play back as it was a judge, not entirely sure why it was brought back, but McPherson looks like he's going to have a goal here. Decent strike, just over the bar. Referee says it took a touch off an East Kilbride player on the way out, so it will be a St Mirren corner. Decent effort from young Cammy McPherson there. Andrew to deliver this. Ryan Flynn wants it quick, and it's going to be sent into the penalty area. Straight from the kick. And well held, well claimed by Alan Martin, who has been fantastic again this afternoon in the East Kilbride goal, but a bit of a sore one there for Craig Reedy. Collided with, I think it was Cody Cook as the corner came in. But he should be okay to get back up and continue after that one, but he might feel it when he wakes up in the morning. But a terrific effort this from East Kilbride. 5 minutes of normal time remaining. Alan Martin to take this free kick, bang on the 6-yard line. Referee gives the free kick, and a warning for Jim Kellerman to go with it. Was well won there by Scott Stevenson initially. Brady picks it up. Oh, miscued the pass. Did so well initially to create the space for himself. Cheers from all ends of the ground as Alan Martin is announced as the sponsors man of the match, and well deserved for the EK goalkeeper. Fantastic again this afternoon. And you have to say, if this one does end 0-0 and go to the penalty shootout, then Alan Martin can certainly claim a lot of the responsibility for ensuring EK get that first BetFred Cup point on the board. Of course, with a bonus point also available should things stay as they are. Then goes McPherson, some afters there. Cody Cook involved, and so was David Brownlee, the UK number 5. Colin Stephen, and just trying to calm Jack Baird, I think it is, down. Some Mirren fans appreciating his passion. All just getting a bit fraught as the game trickles towards the end here, and David Brownlee has been called over for a chat by Colin Stephen. More handbags than anything else, if it even got to that. I was sort of hoping that the referee wouldn't show a yellow card there. Don't really feel there's any need for that at all, but both Brownlee and Jack Baird go into the referee's book in the final couple of minutes of normal time here. McPherson with the diagonal ball, looking for Cook, who slipped as it came towards him. Kavanagh should get onto this. Carmichael going ahead of him. This is Paul Woods. Call, good pass out wide. Kavanagh. Mirren can't get it clear now. Jarkayev out to Andrew. Saints pushing for that goal. Jarkayev, it was late for them against Edinburgh City. It's going to have to be late again for them here today. Woods did well to bring that under control.
Get it back! Go again!
It's given away to Ryan Flint in the last minute of normal time now. Irahan swings it in away by Craig Reid. Stevenson gets in front of Irahan. Carmichael does well to get onto that. Good play. Out wide it goes to Paul Woods. An advantage has been played here for East Kilbride. Ewan Kavanagh. Players racing forward. Still Kavanagh. Cross is blocked. Brady's going to pick up the loose ball though. This could be a very interesting finish. Kavanagh chasing this one down against McPherson. Oh, he was unlucky. Got there, but it will be a goal kick, and we are now into stoppage time. And expect that the referee will play an extra 4 or 5 minutes after that head knock received by Rory Payton, who had to go off earlier on in the second half. Last chance saloon for St Mirren to try and grab the winner as Mullen goes through. May well have been offside, but Martin claims it.
Danny, stay there, make him kick it. Let's go, Colin! How long's he playing with?
Djorkaeff pushing forward here. He's going to go out for the throw in.
Colin! Yeah, go! How long you play?
4 minutes were added on there by Colin Stephen. He's just signalled to Jim Goodwin. 3 of those still to play.
Get it forward. Get the next one. Get the next one. Where are we?
Kavanagh holding it up. Stevenson. Tough challenge here on Irahan. Not a great deal Scott Stevenson could have done there to get out of the way. Jim Goodwin urging Ryan Flint to throw this into the penalty box. Couple of minutes to play. Can St Mirren grab that late winner as he did during the week? Swung into a good area, but Martin is there again. Well, so far Alan Martin looking to be a very shrewd and very, very good signing by Stuart Malcolm for Kilby. 2 very impressive performances, and as things stand, a first EK clean sheet almost there for the former Queen of the South stopper. Jack Baird pushing forward for St Mirren now. Waste of a pass for the travelling St Mirren supporters. Have been particularly pretty to watch this afternoon. They have had chances, especially at the end of the first half. Those 2 magnificent saves by that man there, Alan Martin. Kept it at 0-0 just before the break, and it looks like that is going to pay off and earn East Kilbride at least a point here this afternoon.
Hurry up! Last chance, Jack. Last chance, Cody.
Just over a minute to play of the 4 added on by Colin Stephen, the referee. Owen Djorkaeff throws it in looking for Cook. Away by Brownlee. Might fall for someone in a purple shirt. It's Kellerman. Blocked by Cairns. Kellerman picks up the second ball. And Tom Brady does so well to get in and win it. And this is Kavanagh. Is there time for a chance here for Kilby to win it? Brady. Kavanagh just trying to hold it up. Woods driving into the box. Good challenge. And maybe a last chance here for St Mirren with Baird. Here's Djorkaeff. Losing out to Carmichael. Colin Stephen having a look at the watch. We've now played the 4 minutes of added on time. It's full time here at K Park. It finishes 0-0, and we have a bonus point penalty shootout to come. Well, last season, St Mirren were greatly helped by the penalty shootout situation in the BetFred Cup. Helped them get through to the second round for the first time since the new group format was introduced. And St Mirren once again are going to have to ask their penalty shootout hero Václav Hladky to do a job for them here, just as he did against Dundee United in their playoff final back in May. So both sides deciding how they're going to line up for penalties. But Stuart Malcolm, you've got to feel, will be very, very pleased. East Kilbride get that first BetFred Cup point on the board this season. And you've got to say they do deserve to have taken something away from this one this afternoon.
So, unfortunately, of the game predictions as well as straight into penalties. Once again, the match will be asked together for today's match sponsor, sponsored by Poker Boss. And a big thank you to your administrator, Kenny McCormack, and all his team. I hope you enjoyed this afternoon. To the visit at Keeper. Once again, they made their man of the match in association with Real Whiskey to East Kilbride's number 1, Alan Martin.
Well, the referee has made the decision, maybe controversially you could say, for the penalties to be taken into the end where there will be no supporters. And that has not gone down too well with the travelling St Mirren support from Paisley. Looks like St Mirren are going to take the first penalty. Paul McGinn lining up here. And it was McGinn who took St Mirren's first penalty in that shootout against Dundee United back in May.
Take your time, Paul. He's not ready. Take your time, son.
So Paul McGinn up against Alan Martin for this first spot kick. It's a good penalty from Paul McGinn, and St Mirren go one up. Simple as you like, side foot into that top right corner. Martin wasn't going to get there. And Danny Carmichael will go first here for East Kilbride. Up he steps. Great penalty, low into the left hand corner. Very well taken, sending Hladky the wrong way. It's 1-1 after a penalty each. It's Tony Andrew to go this time. So Martin against Andrew. St Mirren's second penalty. Here comes Andrew. That's a good penalty again. Into the left hand side of the goal. Martin guessing the right way, but lots of pace on it to make it 2-1 St Mirren. Ryan Cinnamon now stepping up for East Kilbride to make it 2-2 in the shootout. And it's saved by Gladkey to put St Mirren in front in the shootout. Well, not the best penalty from Cinnamon, not a great deal of pace in it. Gladkey did well to read it. And now Ryan Flint stepping up for St Mirren's third penalty. Alan Martin could really do with saving this to keep East Kilbride in the shootout. It's a very clever penalty from Flint right into the corner, and St Mirren in control of this shootout now. So Craig Reid realistically to keep East Kilbride in the shootout here. Staggers his run. Gladkey got there but couldn't prevent it from going in. And East Kilbride bring it back to 3-2. So 3 penalties each. This is Cammy McPherson going forward now for St Mirren. Well, if East Kilbride can take anything from the shootout, they've done considerably better than Dundee United did back in May. As McPherson steps up into the left-hand side again. 4-2 St Mirren. Ross Kavanagh stepping up this time. Kavanagh goes for it and scores it. So 4 penalties each. It's going to be Danny Millen to go up and try and win the shootout here for St Mirren. If he does not score, then East Kilbride can take it to sudden death. Millen to win the shootout now for St Mirren. Oh, he skied it. A really disappointing penalty, and BJ Call is going to go up and try and bring East Kilbride level in the shootout and take us to sudden death. You don't expect Millen to miss around 12 yards. But he put it well over. And now Call up against Gladkey to bring it level. And he's done it. Well done, BJ Call into the left-hand side. We have sudden death now. Owen Djorkaev with St Mirren's 6th penalty of this spot kick battle, with that bonus point in tow. Alan Martin yet to save a penalty in this shootout. Can he keep Djorkaev's out now? Oh, really lovely penalty from Djorkaev. Slots it into the corner. This is Dean Cairns to keep East Kilbride in it once again. Has to score. And he does. Very well taken penalty. And on we go once again. 6 penalties each. And it's 5 apiece. This is Cody Cook for St Mirren. If he misses, East Kilbride can win the shootout. Oh, that's going to be a retake. The referee didn't blow his whistle. Far too eager, Cody. And the pressure back on the big striker here. All the pressure on him now. This time the referee has blown his whistle. And it's saved by Alan Martin. Oh, Cody Cook, what were you thinking? And here goes David Brownlee to, well, win the shootout for East Kilbride and gain them the bonus point. St Mirren were 4-2 up earlier on in the shootout. Or 4-3 rather, and now David Brownlee can win it. He does! A bonus point for East Kilbride. Oh, double disappointment for St Mirren here at K Park. East Kilbride now 2 points in Group H in the BetFred Cup. A fantastic afternoon all round. A very spirited performance to keep St Mirren out. Alan Martin, brilliant once again. Alan Martin, deservedly the man of the match, and he is the man. I think we'll get all the plaudits as East Kilbride really give themselves a fighting chance in BetFred Cup Group H. And 2 away games to finish the group for East Kilbride coming up now. First Edinburgh City and then Dunfermline to finish the group. So East Kilbride really in with a chance, would you believe? 0-0 after 90 minutes, and they win this afternoon's penalty shootout to earn that bonus point. So here at K Park it did finish East Kilbride 0, St Mirren 0, but East Kilbride have won the shootout. Thanks for joining us.